A+ #1 motivation, everybody.
You do great motivational
Not Tuesday,
speeches.
I'll tell you that much.
You do. When I watch them, over again, I'm like, Dino, you're so right. And I always feel like you're talking, because I'm selfish and everything's about me in life. So I always feel like you're talking to me when you give your. So you're like the Luke Combs of motivational speeches. That's a country singer that sings that song "Beautiful Crazy" for me.
I appreciate you trying to give me more time to come up with something witty to say, so that was nice. I do appreciate that. You know what, guys?
Thank you. Go ahead.
One of the big things that I was proud of when I used to be a financial planner was that I always could sleep with myself. Like, I never had an issue where I regretted an action or I feel like I duped somebody, and that was a very important thing to me, because I knew that I could make my targets and my goals and my growth as a financial planner, and not be a used car salesman or a shyster or trying to, not give people information. And one of the things that happened in, because ultimately, yes, it is a sales role, but one of the big things that I was proud of was I never really asked for business. I would have the conversation and discuss it with people to make sure that they understood what was going on, and then I would say, well, this is what you should do, and they're like, well, are you going to do it? And I said, I would be happy to do that, right? Like, looking the way I look, when I would ask for business, it always came across as being aggressive, and when you're aggressive, people don't come back. Whereas the way I would do things is I would educate people and give them that knowledge and a plan and order and structure, because that was my job. And then they didn't want to go anywhere else. And that way I didn't have to haggle about like people saying, oh, well, I could get this little bit better over here. I'd say, okay, good luck. Because I sold me as a person. You can go to any bank or financial institution and get that advice. In the same sense now, I think a lot of people don't think in those principles, or from that perspective. They feel that they're not, they don't have to be held accountable to those things. If it isn't successful, it's not successful. And that was one of the things where much later, almost at the end of that career, was that one girl she asked me, I'm not sure if I said this story or not, but she asked me, she's like, how can you give so much effort on every deal? And I said, what do you mean? She said, if I don't think, in the first 30 seconds, if I don't think this is going to work, I don't bother selling. And I'm just like, yeah, see you later. Go, 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 and get lost. And only the things that she thought would work would she try. And I was like, yeah, no, you can't live life like that. Every time I involve myself, I give it my all, so that I know that I did my best, not I didn't think it was worth my time. And that was one of the big things that stuck with me, was that it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you think from that perspective that, I'm only going to try if I know I'm going to be successful? You're like, yeah, that's not how that works. It's not how life works. It's not how it should work. But I feel like a lot of people feel that way. And that I find very perplexing. Because it just doesn't jive on so many levels. And I feel like we're losing that on such a grand scale that I really feel that it's something that we should really investigate for ourselves, really try and figure out what makes us move, what makes us worth it, what do we bring to the table. And it's kind of a self-worth and being comfortable with that. Like, you're only cheating yourself when you don't hold yourself accountable like that. And I feel it's very peculiar, but I think that's all I got to say. Crystal, where can everybody find you?
Simply Me on YouTube, and Crystal Morency on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Bum, ba, da, bum,
Dina the Genetic Marvel Guys on Instagram. I have a Facebook fan page. I also have a YouTube channel, and I have Twitter. So by all means, like, share, subscribe. Morning Motivational Rant, as you know, is on YouTube. We're doing clips. We're doing 7 days a week now, which is super exciting. But we're also loading up audio to Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and Spotify. We might start doing some ads and stuff, but we're going to try and keep things going really well here, guys. So stay motivated, and we will see you tomorrow. All right? Bye.